of sports. This is the Sports Page with Mitchell Williams on 97.3 and 99.3 SuperTalk, Mississippi.
Hey, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to the Sports Page here on SuperTalk, Mississippi, 97.3 and 99.3 FM. Hope you and yours are doing really, really well. Yeah, y'all, the sun is shining. It has been raining about this time of the day all last week, and I'm sitting here looking at the forecast, and hopefully that would be an interruption of that, but I don't see one. So hopefully maybe we can continue to have some sunny skies as we approach y'all football season. Thanks to all of our listeners who are listening to us on SuperTalk.Laurel.com and SuperTalk Hattiesburg.com. I want to thank you for listening to us. Everybody south of Hattiesburg on 97.3, everybody north on 99.3, everybody east to west on the other side of Waynesboro on 99.3, and on the other side of Columbia on both 97 and 99.3. Just awesome. With us, y'all, Michael Mergens is with us tonight, and dadgummit, boy, we just been here just talking about life.
Show almost didn't happen.
My God, just life. Yeah, and man, it's amazing that we've gotten the football season so quick, Michael. And then, of course, it's the beginning of school, you being a parent and all of that. And
everything's happening all at once. Doesn't matter when school starts. And people complaining about it starting so early, which as a parent I like because I don't have to try to find out where my daughter needs to go during the summer.
Right.
I miss the opportunities for her to have that 3-month-long summer adventure, but yeah, as a selfish parent, it's like, yes, okay, go back to school. But it seems to have gotten worse because what do you mean we have to be here? But we got to be over there. We got to go over here now. And, yeah, it's crazy. And then, yeah, football, high school football and college football starts the same weekend.
Yes, it does.
So,
yes, it
yeah,
does.
It's like.
It's the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday community college stuff, too. So, speaking of that, what's on Super Talk this year? Pedal football, right?
Yeah, pedal football and Super Talk Hattiesburg, and I'm thrilled that they moved the first game, of course, pedal taking on Hattiesburg, to Friday night because
it was on Saturday night, right?
Because of the Southern Miss Mississippi State game. So that made scheduling things a little bit easier. And then we have our Jones County game of the week on SuperTalk Laurel, which is just huge. And the only way you can make the Free State happy, you got to cover everybody. But every school is just so good,
right?
That of course you get into the postseason. I don't look forward to that because you can't pick who everybody's playing those postseason games, and you got to pick which one's better than the other ones.
Nothing like Mississippi high school football, y'all, and we'll be here on Mondays, and then of course is it the Pedal Football Show?
Yes, it'll be Tuesday nights from 7 to 7:30, the Pedal Panther preview show. Say that 10 times fast.
And then on you have on Friday night, and then you have of course Ole Miss football. Is Ole Miss on Saturday?
And that's why I was kind of glad about them moving the Pedal Hattiesburg game.
Yes,
because we would have had to have preempted Ole Miss, and of course you can listen to it on SuperTalk Laurel. But it never fails. Somebody doesn't hear that announcement, and then I come in Monday with voicemails. Hey, why? How come Pedal football is on instead of Ole Miss? And you can't please everybody. But it's stressful. This is my 14th high school football season with SuperTalk, and I don't look forward to it.
My goodness.
But once it gets going, it's like, this is pretty great. You can't beat it.
Hey, look, and know that I'm already working on something for you, Michael. Do you know we've already kind of scheduled our Breakfast of Champions next year, and Swayze Bozeman of the Bears is going to come speak for us, and I'm trying to get you some free stuff.
That would be awesome. I'll be there for that. I will, even though that's our Passion Play weekend, and we've talked about that. I have a feeling I'll be probably Jesus again this year, which is fine. That's an honor, but I will. We're going to make that happen.
We're going to have you at the front seat. Yes. Speaking of Southern Miss, y'all, Coach Charles Huff spoke to the media on last week and give everybody an update on how things are going. Let's listen to Coach Huff of the Golden Eagles.
Entire summer, a complete training table, 3 meals a day, on top of supplementing some of their pocket money to be able to go out and supply food at their homes. I know we talk about nutrition Back when I went to college, you went to the caf for 3 meals a day, and that was kind of like, everybody gave you a pat on the back. But you do get hungry at night, so I know for myself that rummaging through the cabinets looking for a snack or looking for something to eat when you get home matters. So for us to be able not only to supply 3 quality, healthy meals a day for those guys, and to be able to supplement, a lot of our guys live in apartments, so obviously you don't have just free peanut butter laying around, so you have to be able to supply your living quarters. Ben Ashford and his staff.
An important day.
My goodness, Coach, talking about the value of trying to have nutrition, and that's a big deal when it's so hot, y'all. It is so warm out there, and the first game is at 11 o'clock a.m., so nutrition is a big deal. Let's hear more from Coach Huff about that.
Our guys, how to eat. I know it sounds very simplistic, but you can't fuel the body the right way unless you're taught how to do that. So we teach them how to grocery shop. We teach them how to, portion size, portion management, what their plate should look like, what different types of foods go into their body to produce a certain response, how to curb some habits that you may not be happy with. I have to take some of that knowledge myself and figure out how to curb some of my sweet habits. But the total transformation, it's been a total collective push. It was not just us. It was the administration, the players, listening to what we instructed them to do in order to affect their body change, which ultimately affects their movement, their skills, the ability to stay healthy. All of those things have been phenomenal. Just some overall numbers that were extremely impressive. The beauty of it is we've got about 25 players that we're able to see going into basically year 2 of Coach Ashford's program. So you can really see some true growth and development. Now, we brought a lot of new players in, and we don't really know what they were doing at their previous institutions, so it's a little harder to track, how far someone has really gone in a 2-month, kind of sample size. But those 25 guys that we've kind of got a year sample size on now, some of those guys look a lot different than they did when we got them here in December, and that's a credit to Ben Ashford and them for putting in the work. Plus 25% body mass index change across the whole team, which is phenomenal. Some of the O-lineman body fat percentages are way below. We use the NFL Combine national average. That's supposed to be the Olympics of football. Those guys go off and train for months to change their body. So we kind of use those numbers as some road marks or guidelines. Obviously, our guys are not going to hit those numbers because that's a 4-year plus a 3 or 4 month focus, but just to kind of guide some guys. So plus 25% change across the team has been phenomenal. Over 75% of our players have hit PRs in all 3 of their major lifts, which is squat, bench, and power clean. Some guys are snatching stuff off the floor at an unbelievable rate. And then 20% of our guys are hitting PRs in 2 of those. So you talk about just the growth in a short period of time. Again, hats off to Ben Ashford and his staff. I think that's a little bit of the work that's done in the dark that no one really gets a chance to see that shows up on Saturdays. Now, we got to translate it, right? So going into fall camp, our focus is going to be to establish the foundation of discipline, what it takes to win. There is a discipline carryover from going to class, showing up on time, doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to be done. And then there's a football piece, right? If I have an assignment, I've got to play that assignment with the right technique every time. I've got to communicate every time, right? So we got to establish that foundation now, which is carryover from what we've been kind of preaching since we've got here. We want to continue to develop the mental and physical toughness piece, and we get to put Rydell's on now. If we were running around cones, we would be competing for the national championship, and I would say bet the house on Southern Miss. But running around cones is a small part of it. So now we got to translate that to the physical part. We actually have to hit people and be hit and respond from that. Improve our basic fundamentals within our schemes, right? There's always a technical piece, and then there's a tactical piece that comes with this, right? How you do your assignment is just as important of knowing what to do. So we got to start replicating that at a rapid rate. We want to continue to come together as a team. This is the next phase of it, right? So now we've added some guys 2 months ago in June to get to our team group. So we still got to continue to develop. There's a little bit of, okay, we cool, we hang out, we lift together, but you got to execute when you get out here with me. And there's some accountability that comes with that. I've been at places where guys will kick guys off the field if they don't know what they're doing. So that's the next place to coming together as a team. How do we hold each other accountable, not only for showing up on time, going to class, doing what you're supposed to do, but your assignment and how your assignment affects the cohesion of the entire group.
My goodness, Coach Charles Huff. The Eagles take on Mississippi State on August 30th on ESPN. Get your tickets, guys. Single game tickets are on sale, and after a while, they're going to run out. When we come back, we'll talk about what's going on at Jones when the sports page continues in just a moment.
This is The Sports Page with Mitchell Williams on 97.3 and 99.3 SuperTalk, Mississippi.
Hey, welcome back to SuperTalk, Mississippi. My goodness, y'all, we're approaching football season, and it's going to be here soon. And, y'all, it's a matter of days. I mean, like 3 weeks, and we're in it. And we just got stuff. I mean, and nothing like football in Mississippi. And we're going to talk about why that's important. With us right now is the Sports Information Director at Jones College, our good friend Shawn Wansley. Hello, Shawn. How you doing?
Hey, Mitch. I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You know, I know about at your place there's a little buzz that goes on before football season. So give us a little update with what's going on campus.
Oh, yeah. It's just a couple of weeks away. It's kind of interesting, you know. Our team completed summer workouts last Friday, August the 1st, and Coach Latrell Pollard basically sent them home for about 9 or 10 days, and they'll return on Sunday, August the 10th, and just get heavy into practice immediately. I know they'll put the pads on, and I think they'll be in full pads a week from Wednesday, and you know, this week, you know, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the weather has just been brutal. And, of course, this week it's kind of cooled down slightly, and the guys aren't practicing. It's kind of ironic more than anything. I'm sure they enjoyed that. But once they come back Sunday, it's only 2.5 weeks till that first game when Jones goes to Mississippi Delta on August the 28th. So Coach Pollard will have a short time to get those guys ready for that game. I imagine they'll probably get the game plan for Delta, you know, a week or so after they return for practice. But as we talked about last week, you know, Delta had a coaching change just a couple of weeks ago here. Had a coach, their head coach resigned in early August. They named an interim coach last week. So that's going to be kind of tough to prepare for that first game. But I think our coaches like this group. Good-looking group on the field, that's for sure. They defense looks really, really strong right now. You know, that's Coach Pollard's side of the ball, and he's certainly in charge of that, trying to implement some new stuff on offense. And, you know, they've had the whole spring and a few weeks here in the summer to kind of get that down. So we'll see how they look when we tee it up officially on August the 28th.
Y'all are listening to Shawn Wansley, Sports Information Director at Jones College, and we're talking football in the beginning of the fall season. And the fall is just not just for football, but it's also for soccer. Give us an update on soccer, because soon, I guess Coach D and the gang, they start before everybody else, don't they?
Yeah, that's correct. Soccer teams are on campus getting ready. I know our men's team, right off the bat, they will play an exhibition match on Wednesday of this week, hosting Faulkner University out of Alabama. Coach Brendan Conley's team, they've won 5 of the last 7 conference championships in the state, doing a great job.
Yeah.
And they have a couple more exhibitions. They host Southern Union out of Alabama on August the 12th and the University of West Alabama on August the 17th before they play their regular season opener August the 23rd up in Indiana against Western Iowa Tech. Now, our women's team, Coach Dolores Deasley, a lot of success, national championship a couple years ago. Their first exhibition match is at home on August the 16th against LSU Eunice. And then they will also be in Indiana August 22nd, 23rd for their regular season openers, playing a couple of traditional powers. I believe Northeast Nebraska and Schoolcraft College. They will play them up in Indiana. As far as the regular season goes, our first home regular season match for the men will be September the 3rd versus Gulf Coast. That's a game that will not count in the league standings. And then on September the 6th, our women's team will play their home opener. That's a Saturday. They are hosting National Park College at noon, and I believe our guys will play National Park College at 2 right after the women's game. So, yeah, soccer is right upon us. They're out there practicing extremely hard. I believe they've been going at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. So
Goodness.
I won't be out there for the 6 a.m. I'll tell you that.
No.
I got to get a little bit more shut-eye before I do that. But, volleyball, our volleyball team is on campus as well. And Coach John Dusoy, they'll have some scrimmages this Friday. All afternoon down at William Carey. They're playing Pensacola State at 1 o'clock, one of the William Carey teams at 2 o'clock, and Itawamba at 4. So full afternoon of volleyball at William Carey this Friday. And they will also go to Millsaps for an exhibition match on August the 20th. And they open regular season play August the 22nd at Bishop State in Alabama. Their home opener is August the 25th versus Selma, Alabama. So, yeah, football is upon us and soccer and volleyball as well. And I was noticing on our schedule that golf will begin their regular season in August. August the 25th and 26th. Coach Bob Harrington's team will be up in Holly Springs playing in the Northwest Classic. So, first day of school is August the 18th. We register for classes on the 15th, and school starts on the 18th. And from that point on, it's pretty wide open on just about everything.
So in terms of wide open things, I know there's some events prior to the beginning of school or like Meet the Bobcats and some other things. Talk about those dates so everybody can know them, Shawn.
Oh, yeah. Our annual Night with the Bobcats is August the 19th. Like I say, school starts on the 18th, and on the 19th at 6:30 in the plaza in front of the C.L. Neal Student Center, or in front of the cafeteria there. All of our athletic teams will be on hand. Poster schedules, pocket schedules will be there for our fans to get. They'll be able to get some autographs of the players and that type of thing. And, of course, our band, the Typhoon, will be performing there, our Touch of Gold dance team, our cheerleaders. So that's always a fun night, when everybody gets together to kind of kick off the school year with Night with the Bobcats. And there'll be a concert right after the introduction of athletes and the teams. The Katie Calhoun Band will be performing. So we're going to have a big night on August the 19th. And as we've mentioned, the last couple of weeks, on August the 22nd, we'll have that high school football jamboree at Bobcat Stadium, Sim Cooley Field. 4 games will be played, basically 4 games of 2 quarters each. South Jones versus Lawrence County at 2 o'clock on the 22nd, followed by Northeast Jones and Sumrall at 4. Laurel versus Petal at 6. West Jones versus Seminary at 8. And you'll also have some the JV teams of all of those schools will be playing a few snaps as well. So that should be a fun day, August the 22nd. That'll kind of get our football season rolling.
Well, it's just so awesome to see all those high school teams on a college campus. I just think that's so awesome in August. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just see the benefits of that,
Right.
Shawn, being huge.
Yeah, I think we're hoping for a big day that day, and hopefully it's going to go well and be a yearly thing from here on out. And I think our school is excited to host all of these teams coming in and their fans and their bands. And like you say, it's just getting these high school kids on a college campus and kind of seeing their reaction. And hopefully, it should benefit Jones on down the line.
So anything else you got, Shawn? What other tidbits you want to add and tell everybody how they can keep up with the Bobcats as we head toward the fall?
That's right. Just one more thing. Our baseball, softball teams are combining to have a golf tournament fundraiser, and that will be at Dixie Golf Club in Laurel on September the 19th. You can go to their Facebook pages and find out more information there. And if fans want to keep up with the Bobcats, go to jcbobcats.com with our schedules and rosters and stories. And you can go to X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and search Jones College Athletics and find out all you need to know about the Bobcats.
Well, Shawn, thank you so much, man, and we'll talk to you hopefully same time, same place next week, okay?
All right, Mitch. Sounds great. Thank you.
Shawn Wansley, Sports Information Director at Jones College, and giving us always an update about different things. Let me give you some preseason stuff. In the SWAC, Jackson State is a preseason East favorite as they have a dozen players named to the preseason All-SWAC team. And so the Alcorn State Braves, under Coach Cedric Thomas, one of my favorite people, they are looking to be really improved as well. And I think it's going to be really, really good in the SWAC as it relates to Jackson State and Alcorn. And Mississippi Valley State, y'all, their new head coach is Terrell Buckley. Y'all remember him? He's born and raised in Columbia, Mississippi. He's the new head coach at Mississippi Valley State University. He says he wants to show up and compete in 2025. Interesting. When we come back, we'll talk about that great Hall of Fame dinner that they had down there at the Hollywood Casino for all the Pearl River athletics. The sports page continues in just a moment.
This is The Sports Page with Mitchell Williams on 97.3 and 99.3 Super Talk, Mississippi.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to The Sports Page. We're just rolling along, and really, what is an awesome afternoon, everybody. Here on this Monday, it's been really, really good, but I don't know if our day here at the SuperTalk studios was better than the set of days they had on the coast as Pearl River celebrating its Hall of Fame weekend. With us is the Sports Information Director at Pearl River, our good friend Dylan Dunaway. Hello, Dylan. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Mitchell. How are you doing?
Doing good. I heard y'all had a boss time down there. Tell everybody about the great weekend as Pearl River had its Hall of Fame induction ceremonies and all the things that came with it.
Yeah, it was another special Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony. One of our biggest yet. This year we branched out and we did 2 flights of golf, and that was a first for us, and that was a lot to take. But man, it was an extremely good day. We nearly filled out that golf tournament between those 2 flights. There were 20 teams in each, so
wow.
We were close to maxing out there on both, so that was fantastic. And then that afternoon we got into banquet mode and got to induct some new inductees, so just an absolutely special day down there in Bay St. Louis.
When you start talking about all of the things that went into that, and then, I mean, my goodness, just envisioning all of that and seeing it all happen, I would imagine after a year like this, I mean, you got a lot to build on, right? I mean, as you head toward really the next year, because, you know, when you have success in something like this, I can only imagine it helps planning for the next year, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, whenever we have an event like this, and you know, we get to see it fold out, we kind of know what to do better and what to make better for the next year going into that. You know, so an event like this really kind of sets the foundation for the year that's coming ahead, and then also like what to do better for the next year's ceremony. And we learned a lot, and we always learn a lot, and that's a good thing about holding these.
Absolutely. Y'all are listening to Dylan Dunaway, Sports Information Director at Pearl River. And he is talking about the Hall of Fame ceremonies, but also, Dylan, we're approaching football season. My goodness, we're only 3 weeks away before we kick that thing off, so to speak. Give us a little preview about football and some of the things happening in the fall on the campus.
Yeah, it's all right here. It's hard to believe. Just a few short months, we were talking about you know, baseball season ending and how it was the end of a year, and here we are again getting ready for a whole nother season of sports. You know, every time I think about how quick it gets here, kind of makes me a little crazy, if you know.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I mean.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we're getting ready to kick off again. Women's soccer and men's soccer and volleyball are all right there. You know, just a week or two from competing. Actually, our women's soccer team is going to compete in an exhibition tonight, you know, at our field against Southeastern Louisiana. So that'll be kind of cool for them to go against some high-level, high-intensity opponents there. And then, like you said, football kicking off at the end of the month, the 28th against Northwest at home. So we'll open the season at home this year. It'll be the first time in a couple of years that we've got to do that. So a lot of special things happening. Everybody's getting ready to kick off brand new season, start playing games that count. I know they're all tired of playing each other in scrimmages and things like that, or they will be if they aren't already. So it's an exciting time, and we're getting ready for another great year at Pearl River in the athletic department.
So what are some of the events that are going to happen, Dylan, on campus prior to the beginning of football season? I know there'll be probably a number of things as kids get on campus, right?
Yeah, so the big kickoff thing that we always do, you know, to kind of get our seasons underway is meet the Wildcats. So that'll be the first thing that we have. That'll be the 18th, and that night we're going to introduce all of our teams, not just our fall sports, but the entire each athletic program will have their teams introduced. So everybody can kind of get a look at what the Wildcats are going to look like all across the year. And this year we're gonna try to make the event a little bit more fun for the community, have some games and some interactive things to just make it more of an event rather than just a day to see some names called out. We're going to try to do our best to make it a fun time for everybody to get out there and enjoy seeing the newest crop of Wildcats.
So, Dylan, talk about Michael Avalon for a minute, and congratulations to Coach in his newest honor, athletic director. Talk a little bit about him and literally not only a championship baseball coach, but a heck of an administrator as well. Absolutely. Coach Avalon is one of the best in the country, and obviously I think that they couldn't have picked a better person to take over and fill those shoes that Patrick Oaks left, when he got his promotion to chief of staff. And, Coach Avalon knows what it's like to build a program. He knows what it's like to fundraise and make facility upgrades and, really how to push and become, make it a better atmosphere. And I think that's one thing that he's definitely going to bring to the table as athletic director, somebody who knows how to build and go out and get the money to make upgrades and resources and things like that. And there's not many people that I would say are better at doing that than him, especially if you've come out to Dove Herring Park anytime recently and seen what that facility looks like since he took over. Coach Avalon is a great guy, and he really cares about everybody on campus. And I know a lot of people have already been talking about the good job he's been doing at vouching for their program or trying to get them some new upgrades. And, he's taken over and he's run with it. He's really doing some great things around campus already, and it's only been a little over a month that he's officially been on the job as the director of athletics as well. And he follows a guy like Patrick, who is just, now going to be, I guess, chief of staff? Patrick can do anything. Patrick Oates, he can do anything.
Coach Avalon had some big shoes to fill with what Patrick left behind. Patrick has really came to Pearl River and excelled in so many ways, and has quickly earned promotions in just about everything he's done. So it's been special to watch. I've worked for Patrick for a really long time now, so this is the first time in my professional career that I haven't worked for Patrick directly. So it's definitely a change, but in a good way, obviously. We're happy for Patrick to go over there and be alongside Dr. Brewerwood, and I'm happy to be able to work closer with Coach Avalon. He and we have a good relationship, as do me and most of our coaches. So it's just fun to work alongside somebody like that.
So anything else you want to add, Dylan, as it relates to how people can keep up with the Wildcats, and anything that you want to invite the folks to? I know on the 18th they'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, big thing, ticketing. Ticketing's opening right now. We have season passes available for our sports, football, or for volleyball and soccer, and pretty soon football season ticketing will be officially open to the public. We've been waiting on some renewals and things like that, so you can be on the lookout there at prccathletics.com/tickets and try to get your passes. We'd love to have you at any of our venues this year. And then as far as just keeping up with the Wildcats, we're going to do our best to make it as available as possible. You can find us on any social media just by searching Pearl River Athletics, and you can head to our website and find stories and stats and scores and schedules. So we've got it all at prccathletics.com.
All right, Dylan, thank you, man. Hopefully let's talk real soon, my friend, and hopefully you have a great week. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much, Mitchell. Have a great day.
Dylan Dunaway, Sports Information Director at Pearl River, giving us an update. And speaking of updates, a former New Orleans Saint, y'all, went into the NFL Hall of Fame. His name is Eric Allen. He started talking about his boys. Listen to this.
Have helped me understand that you have to have passion, devotion, abundance of patience. And these invaluable lessons have prepared me for the most significant job and passionate thing for me that I do. And that's being a dad to my 4 sons, Austin, Hunter, Jordan, and Noah. My oldest son, Austin, who presented me, is a super positive and talented man. I know that he'll always listen to that voice of truth and self-confidence and continue to follow his heart. I love Austin. He's always been there for me. He's an outstanding young man. Hunter, as a young dad, you sacrificed a lot. I know it wasn't easy, but you came through with flying colors. You're a man of principle, a man of action, and you've gotten it done. Thank you. To my number 3, Jordan, the best football player in the family. Been hit with so much adversity, pain, but you've been able to come through it with flying colors, my man. The future is bright. You're the light, right? There's another year left of football. You're going to do it. I love you, man. And finally, to my youngest, Noah. He was a preemie, born under a pound. He could fit right there in my hand. But he lives life like he's 8 feet tall. Got that great, vibrant spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit. I know whatever you put your mind and heart to, you're going to be successful. You keep doing you. You keep doing your thing.
Eric Allen talking about, before he went to talk about his career, start talking about his 4 sons. And I guess that kind of gets me because I got 4 of them. And, you live with that being that thing that you do. And it is a gift from the Lord to be a dad. And now when you see them grown and they do that thing and they got grandchildren and all, well, they got your grandchildren. And you'd rather see your grandchildren oftentimes more than you want to see them. But, hey, you get into the season of life and you sit there and say, Lord, thank you. And then if, you ever get to a point where they honor you for anything, like Eric Allen had, is that he start thinking and talking about his boys. Y'all, one of the things that we've been doing every week, we want to make sure everybody kind of notices heat stuff. Best advice from some of our coaches and trainers: listen to your body, know your limits, drink plenty of fluids. That means some of the pre-hydration stuff. Drink 16 ounces of water before you even leave the house. Electrolytes, my son was telling me about that today, my oldest one. Choose cooler times, seek shade, and take frequent breaks when you can. It's hot. All right, when we come back, we're across the T and dot the I. The sports page continues in just a moment.
This is the Sports Page with Mitchell Williams on 97.3 and 99.3 Super Talk, Mississippi.
Hey, welcome back to Super Talk, Mississippi. Want to thank Shawn Wansley from Jones and Dylan Dunaway from Pearl River for being with us. We heard from Coach Charles Huff, our head football coach at Southern Miss, and our Eagles. We're getting ready to take on Mississippi State, the first game of the year. Single game tickets went on sale, everybody, and y'all, you better get them. This is not the Southern Miss football team that folks have seen before. I'm just telling you, this team, we see them just about every day. It ain't the same team. Want to thank all the folks who are sponsoring, helping us with this weekend's Pink Huddle. The FCA Pink Huddle, which is designed for the female leaders of all our athletic teams. Coach selected. It's this weekend, August 8th through the 10th. I want to thank all of our sponsors and all of our people. And the folks have been with us for now going on 14 years that have been with us. And thanks to all the coaches that have just gave us a lot of input. They love the old school that we had years ago, and we're kind of returning a little bit to that. Also want to thank Pastor Dwayne Higginson and Grace Temple Church through FCA, y'all. Since 2004, we've had 31 camps, and they have been the chief sponsor of all of them, and just like this one. So we're excited, and but if you want to help us, y'all, we're our kids, will be in for 3 days. We got to feed them. We got to transition them. They're going to do a lot of things. 44 hours of sisterhood, and it was made free by a number of our donors. Of course, our lead donor, Grace Temple Church, and we're just so grateful and excited about what God might do this weekend. It's always the second week of August that we have the privilege, not that we would have any kind of say-so or what, but we got the privilege to be in that kind of environment to see what God might do, and I'm just so grateful to see. I mean, in this season of life, y'all, you start appreciating every opportunity, and we're grateful for that. If you want to know more about FCA, you can check us out on Facebook on FCA of Southeast Mississippi on Facebook, or go to southeastmsfca.org, southeastmsfca.org, or you can catch us on Instagram on southeastmsfca, or if you want to follow me personally on Twitter, SPOTSFCA, and you can get all that information. So we're excited about what's going to happen, and we see Caleb coming in, and it's Crusader Talk at the top of the hour on 97.3. Want to give you this, y'all. This is 1 Chronicles 12 and 18. It says, peace to you, and peace to him who helps you, for your God helps you. Peace to you, and peace to him who helps you, for your God helps you. He's beyond failure. Failure isn't permanent unless you fail to get up, right? So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and trust God. He'll make it right. And Warren Werribee said this: no matter how badly we failed, we can always get up and begin again. Our God is the God of new beginnings, and don't forget, the best time to begin again is now. Our setbacks, y'all, in life are simply the price that we must pay for our willingness to take risk as we follow our dreams. But even when we encounter some bitter disappointments, we must never, ever lose faith. When we face hardships, the Lord is ready to protect us and help us. Our responsibility is to ask him for protection. And while we're waiting for all of this to unfold and for his touch to help us, to restore us, we can be confident in the knowledge that our God can overcome any obstacle, even if we cannot. He's a God beyond failure. And for everybody beginning school, and you got families, or it's, you got some things in your family that maybe are not all the way 100. Or maybe you're just going through a season where you're just struggling and you just got to kind of go through some stuff. Man, I wouldn't want to live this life or go through not knowing the God who is beyond failure. He can help us, and he wants to help us. And in a crazy time where there's so many arrows, I think it's important to know. Bill Bright said, goals are worth setting and worth missing. We often learn from non-success. C.H. Spurgeon said, what may seem defeat to us all may be victory to the Lord. And then John Eldridge, this last one, said that success or failure can be pretty well predicted by the degree to which the heart is fully in it. Let me say that again. Success or failure can be pretty well predicted by the degree to which the heart is fully into it. Ooh. So look, y'all, I hope that everybody has a really awesome and incredible week, and know, like my grandmother used to say, trouble don't last always. It just don't. So at the top of the hour, a little bit after the news, is Crusader Talk on 97.3. Stay tuned to programming on Tuesday nights with Pedal Football, and then Friday Night Football, and then there's Ole Miss football on Saturdays. And okay, we got Ole Miss football, but I'm not going to listen to it. Go Eagles. I love you, Michael Morgans.
Love you too, brother.
From all of us to all of you, we hope that you have an awesome and incredible week. We hope to talk to you same time, same place next week. Take care. God bless.